Oh, say, can you see? I'm just feeling really American right now.
I can tell. You don't usually bust out in America's song. Hello!
Hi! I forgot to say hello.
I'm Brittany.
I'm Brad.
And we are AudioShelf.
Before we start, make sure to click that red button down below to subscribe to our channel.
And don't forget to hit that little bell so you can be up to date whenever we release a new episode. Today, we are going to be talking politics.
Ooh, what a hot button topic.
What a topic I don't want to talk about.
But we do want to talk about this book.
Campaign Widows
by Aimee Agresti.
Yes. So we actually got this book from The Book Thing, which is in Baltimore. A really, really cool book recycling.
Everything is free. You just go in with a big bag and you get however many books you want. As long as you document the number of books you've taken, that's all they request.
Yes. They have thousands and thousands of books, and they are desperately trying to get rid of them, find new homes for them. They have textbooks, they have music books, they have everything there. It's amazing.
I was so flabbergasted when I saw this book on the shelf.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, this is a really pretty book. Because usually they have a lot of old books there, but I was so stunned. I was gagged.
It was so good. So good. So we just want to talk a little bit about Aimee, the author. She is a journalist and also obviously a published author. She also has a series called The Gilded Wing, which it looks fantasy based. So it looks pretty interesting.
Yeah.
And the covers are also really beautiful.
And I believe it's young adult as well.
Yes. And she has been amazing to interact with as well. She's super, super sweet. She likes and shares all of her stuff. We just adore her so much.
Yes, and she's local. She's from DC.
Yeah, and it shows in Campaign Widows because that's where the book is mostly based. She talks about roads that we have heard of. She talks about the city that we know. It's kind of cool. It's a lot like Bridget Kemmerer's books where she talks about the area that we have grown up in. So it's really neat to hear.
Yeah, definitely. So Campaign Widows is about a woman, Katie, who gets thrust in the middle of this social group called the Campaign Widows. And what that means is when I actually learned about this through this book.
Same.
It's a group of people whose significant others are on the campaign trail, whether it be a presidential campaign, a governor or senator campaign, any political campaign trail. So it's this group of people who support each other and they kind of build a community with one another.
Yeah. It's a lot of just building each other up, a lot of talking about problems, learning how to deal with this. And Katie is new to the entire group. So that's kind of where we pick up with her engagement to a man who starts going onto the campaign trail and, like Brad said, being thrust into the group.
So what is our expectation for this book? Because let's talk about it.
So my expectation before reading the back of the book or the description, because like we've said in the past, we don't really do that.
Nope.
I thought there was going to be murder.
Come on now. Look at the book. So if you don't read this and realize what a campaign widow is, I thought it was a book about women whose husbands have died, or women, or like Black Widow kind of situations.
Yeah, I thought they murdered them.
I really think that I thought they murdered their husbands that were presidential campaigners or whatever, candidates. I'm not political.
No, we're not.
So I really was very excited about this book. I think you were too. We thought it was a mystery. Thought it was a thriller.
Basically, the moral of the story is we need to start reading the back of the books.
Yeah. The tagline even says, can I read them the tagline?
Yes, read them the tagline.
It says, in an election season gone wild, and, wait, it's, I can't read.
Maybe that's our problem.
It's an election season gone wild, and they know all the secrets. So I was like, okay, women looking down to a ground of like balloons and vote stickers. I was like, oh, they know secrets, they know drama, they know murder. But they don't.
No. So what the book is actually is a family life, political, and humor fiction book. It's young adult still, I feel. Also mixed with adult. It's middle-aged women, some are younger than others, that are dealing with re-elections, their husbands going out there, picking up and starting life again after having kids, a lot of just family life. But the interesting thing is that I really enjoyed it.
Wow.
Your judgment right now is too much.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it, and it's a new genre for me. I am a mystery, thriller, Kimberly Bell, Emily Carpenter. You heard us talk about all of them. Love them to death. But this got me good.
So I'm hearing that you're liking political fiction.
Which is weird.
It's not weird.
I don't like diving into that cesspool of darkness. But this was good.
I do say parts of this book were very humorous. It was very, very adorable and cute and chick lit kind of feel to it.
Yes.
But I just it didn't get to me.
Which we know also from past experiences that chick lit is not your thing.
Yeah. I felt like it was too real. I feel like I've seen this in a romance or like a romantic comedy or even Sex in the City. It felt like a political Sex in the City. That's what I felt like I was reading, which is all great and good. Sex in the City is a phenomenon, but I just didn't really jive with it.
Yeah. I can feel that. It was something that took me by surprise too, because like I said, this isn't usually the genre I would pick up. Family life is typically not our thing unless it's wrapped in a mystery and a domestic thriller. But this was just the day in and day out of women while their husbands, partners, not even women for all of them, are out there campaigning and getting their political jive on.
So my personal problems with the book is that, number one, I felt like the characters took too long for me to connect to. The book started off very slow for me. I was getting confused about who was who based on the audiobook that I listened to, which was narrated by Therese Plummer. And I felt like the introduction to the characters weren't smooth at all. And it took me a while to get used to who was talking, who was who. I will be honest, I didn't know that one of the male characters was a male. I thought it was a female for several chapters in until I was like, wait, what am I not getting here? And it ended up being a gay couple. And I was like, wait, something's not right. So I had to actually go back and find out, oh, this is a man we're talking about. I also felt like the characters didn't really have enough charm for me. They weren't really memorable. And overall, I just... it took me a while to get into it.
How do you not remember them? Birdie is amazing.
It was hard. It was hard. And then the most exciting stuff happened towards the end. You find out who was cheating on who. People were cheating on people. People were like, throwing their hats in the campaign ring and stuff like that. I can't even say that. But it was just not... I'm not into politics, I think. And that's my problem.
But this was like fiction politics. So you're not even into fiction politics?
But it was like too real. I don't want no real. I want fake and dramatic.
People need to stop getting real and start getting fake. Well, I disagree wholeheartedly. I loved the character Birdie in this. She was amazing. I also really liked Madison. I didn't like Madison at the beginning, but I really loved what she transformed into and her journey throughout the book. I think that was all the whole thing, was that there was like journey for each character to go through. And yes, there are a lot of characters.
So many. And I feel like I read along with this, so I was able to pick up on the different chapter headings, which we'll dive into in just a second. But I think that's where some of the confusion came from for Brad, is that like the chapters weren't laid out in a typical fashion. So in the audiobook, it's kind of confusing. It is. So each of the chapters are headed by a phrase said in the book. So like these parties are like waterboarding, all the best parties. I mean, they're really creative chapter like quotes from the book, but I would have liked to see them in the chapters himself and then laugh out loud with them. Yeah. But moving towards the end of the book, I was like, oh, so that's the funniest quote in this chapter. That's why they used it as a chapter title.
Yeah.
And so I wasn't shocked when I got to the funny quote.
Right. It was not shocking at all, but I feel like in the physical book, I could pick up that was a different chapter heading. And listening to the audiobook, it was a little bit difficult to pick up that was a new chapter.
My personal preference would have been, chapter 2, Madison, chapter 3, Katie, chapter 4,
Birdie. I can't remember any of the names.
Exactly. And I also felt like the women were never all together in one place. Mm-hmm. That's another thing I was missing from the book, is I wanted a camaraderie, and I wasn't getting that. They were just like, oh, I've heard of this person, or she's in our group. I didn't really get that. I
felt the individuals, and then I felt them as a group too. I felt them like mesh together, really welcome Katie in, help her find her own voice and her own strength, because Katie is still our main character. Even though there's a lot of characters, Katie is still the it girl. Mm-hmm. So watching her go through her changes and what she discovers, and hearing her from the beginning to the end, it was inspirational. Ooh. Almost, because each of them became their own strong, independent women. Some of them started as strong, independent women, and some of them started off as almost, I don't mean this literally, but punching bags and doormats for their men. Yes.
It was I did love and appreciate the fact that this was a empowerment for women.
Yes.
I did enjoy that aspect to it.
It kind of reminded me of First Wives Club.
Ooh! Mm-hmm. I love me some First Wives Club.
Yes, and Birdie reminded me of Bette Midler, which is probably why I really like her a lot.
Okay, all right. I dig that.
Yeah.
This is a good thing about this book, is one of us didn't really love it, the other one really enjoyed it. And that can happen in books. People can have a difference of opinions and be able to still talk about this book.
Yes, that is the beauty of books. We can have a mature conversation and only want to smack you in the face once with this book.
Exactly. And that's how the world should be.
It is. I want to talk a little bit about the audiobook before we wrap this up. Mm-hmm. Therese was amazing for me. Ooh. I loved her narration in this book. We'll talk about it more on our podcast in just a little bit. So head on over to there to check out the full episode. But I just need to give a little teaser. Therese, for me, did it. She made the book. She completely embodied every single character. Yes, I know Brad's complaints are going to be some of the characters sounded the same from chapter to chapter, but I didn't care. She put in country accents. She put in males. She put in, I am going to slap you silly. She just put in so much emotion and laughter and joy into this book. And I loved it.
Good.
So what do you have to say?
I just felt like she did a great with emotions.
Yeah.
I loved her humor. I felt like she really acted out the role of a campaign widow. And it was awesome. But I didn't see any vocal diversity within the characters. I felt like every man sounded the same and every woman sounded the same. And so again, as an audiobook listener, it was hard for me to decide or to pick out in my brain who was who. So it didn't give me a clear picture.
I'm sorry I blacked out from all of the nonsense coming from your face hole.
I have a good face hole.
You do.
Thanks.
Is this a book that we would pick up in a store?
I would.
Yes, I would. It's beautiful. You did.
I did. I literally was oh my God.
So the cover is beautiful. Everything about this book is beautiful on the outside. Just some of the things on the inside we both don't agree with each other.
Yeah.
But that's okay. If you like fiction, you like family life, you like humor books, you'll love this. Mm-hmm. If you're Brad, you won't.
It's all politics.
It's not all politics. There's some life drama.
There is.
There is, but just not enough for some people. Mm-hmm. So if it's not enough for you, then that's fine. But I would still recommend giving it a try because I didn't think that it would be enough for me, and I ended up really enjoying it. Mm-hmm.
You know what? I just had a good comparison. If you are looking for a West Wing meets Sex in the City vibe, this is it. But if you're looking for a Scandal meets Sex in the City vibe, this is not it.
I feel like actually my mother-in-law might enjoy this.
Oh.
If you're watching, pick this up.
Pick this up.
Actually, we have it, so we can probably let you borrow it.
Probably let you borrow it.
Because she really likes West Wing and the president.
Commander-in-Chief?
No, it's a movie. It has a president. It's a black cover with 2 people dancing on it. I'm getting sweaty thinking about it. I think I
started thinking about tequila.
Out.
What are we talking about again?
President. The president?
With Kevin Costner?
Yeah.
I don't even know why that name just came in my head.
It has Kevin Costner in it, though. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty positive.
Or is it Kevin Spacey?
No. No, not Kevin Spacey.
Kevin Costner is a way better Kevin, by the way.
Unfortunately. Like, now, in today's day and age...
We were rooting for you, Kevin Spacey. We were rooting for you!
I'm just getting diagnosed as murder in Dick Van Dyke Show. The American President!
The American President! Good.
This book.
Yes.
Anyway, thank you, The Book Thing, for carrying this novel, having Brad be a vessel, bringing it to my face.
Yep.
And you should give it a try.
Yes, you should. And make sure to click that button to subscribe for all new videos that come at your face every week.
Yes. We're working on some new content for you so that we can bring 2 videos to you a week. But don't forget to click that little bell so that you can be alerted when we release new content. And also, follow us on all of our various social medias. We are on Twitter at AudioShelfMe, Instagram at AudioShelf_podcast, and Facebook at AudioShelf. And I think that is about it.
So until next time,
Bye.
bye.